Grandfather Fable's corner. Grandfather Fable rose from his rocking chair to open the door of his wooden house for his lovely friends. Dog and Crow were there, as always, to see him at the same time this weekend, but, as usual, they were lost in an argument amongst themselves by the time they reached the garden. The topic of the argument never changed. Which story, which fairy tale should be told first? With slow steps, Grandfather Fable opened the door for his guests. As they entered, their overlapping voices created a murmur in the room. Once inside, everyone took their places. But today, there was a new guest. "Welcome, Turtle. Have you also come to listen to my tales today?" said Grandfather Fable. Turtle replied, "Thank you for having me, Grandfather Fable. Crow and Dog have told me so much about you. They said, 'Our father of fairy tales tells us the most beautiful stories.' They described the tales you read, the heroes in them, and those magical worlds where dreams come true. I became very curious and wanted to be among you." Grandfather Fable said, "How wonderful of you to come. It is true, of course, in fairy tales, anything can be real. Babies drink rivers, princesses defeat wizards, fleas grow taller than camels, stars touch mountains, winds pierce stones, and fires are extinguished with a single drop of rain. In fairy tales, impossible does not exist. Whatever your heart desires, that becomes real. Tell me, Turtle, what does your heart desire today?" Turtle said, "I would like to listen to a tale of birds soaring in the air and of the blowing winds." Grandfather Fable said, "My dear friends, will you accompany me as I tell a story?" Dog and Crow quickly darted into the room. Dog brought a carpet with his mouth and laid it on the floor. It turned out this carpet was magical. Then he gently grabbed Turtle with his mouth and placed him on the carpet. Crow turned on the fan. The flying carpet flew Turtle towards the front of the fan. Turtle felt as if he were flying like a bird. Grandfather Fable told one of his favorite tales. The flying carpet made him cross impassable mountains, and the fan created irresistible winds. As Grandfather Fable narrated, Turtle lost himself in the tale. "What if I closed my eyes and imagined myself in the sea? Could I become a sea turtle too?" Turtle asked. "Well, let's see about that," said Grandfather Fable. "Dear Crow, we should have a notebook somewhere. Could you find it for me?" Crow found the magic notebook and handed it to Grandfather Fable. Grandfather Fable opened a page of the notebook and drew a sea, a turtle, and 3 stars trapped in the sea. He tore out the page and handed it to the magic carpet. He began to tell a brand new tale. In the story, Turtle became the fastest swimming turtle in all the seas. The flying carpet was immediately submerged in water, transforming into the ocean that surrounded Turtle. Turtle swam back and forth on the carpet. Eventually, by transforming into a starfish himself, he found the 3 stars that were trapped in the sea. The adventure continued breathlessly, and Turtle overcame all the challenges he faced. At the end of the tale, he rescued all 3 starfish and reunited them with the stars in the sky. Turtle said, "Grandfather Fable, I have never been so free in my life. An ordinary turtle like me has flown among the highest clouds and swum in the deepest waters. I could never have even imagined such a day. What is the way to these magical worlds, Grandfather Fable?" he asked with curiosity. Grandfather Fable replied, "It is to dream limitless dreams, my child. With the dreams you create, you can write your own fairy tales and transform into characters who run from one adventure to another. From now on, you come and join us every weekend as well. Everyone is invited to the magical world of fairy tales," he said with a smile. Turtle, Crow, and Dog spent the rest of the day joyfully listening to tales from Grandfather Fable's storybook. and then telling the father of fairy tales about their own adventures and new stories.